Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where we are exploring a simulation of Elysium in order to power up a staff. Or in this case, we are basically running around and doing side missions in order to weaken Persephone's control. You already know this. For some reason, the tutorials they don't save the fact that they've actually completed a. Like, they've re-informed me of these things several times. Okay, so it looks like there are 3 guys. Now, I don't know what the final benefit is to liberating Alas, he was too tough to liberate, and thusly he had to die. Oh, that was a nice dodge. There we go. Now that I'm at the end of the game, it feels like I'm finally actually unlocking really cool maneuvers that I didn't particularly have before. You know, I probably should save that until he's low on energy, because I believe this kick, it can, like, knock him out from combat. But I probably should not stand in a particular region that won't allow me to actually use adrenaline skills. Trick is also not dying in the process. But yep, there we go. It knocked him out.
From the grasp of Hypnos. Elysium awaits you.
So yeah, I don't actually know what the final payoff is going to be for liberating all of these rebel recruits. And I'm hoping it is not nothing, because this recruitment process, as I've mentioned before, so I won't go into spend too much time talking about it, takes a lot of time. Instead, I feel as though the way this quest is set up to get the Keeper's Insight is it wants me to explore on my own. It gives me the locations of 3 out of 4 Keeper's Insights. Nope, still in restricted area. It gives me the location for 3 out of the 4 insights, but not the last one. So I feel as though it wants me to just kind of roam around, and it can get away with that in this DLC because of how small the area is. Like, if it was a bigger region, then that might be a bigger pain in the butt. But because of its smaller size and scope, like, it is reasonable to ask a player to be like, hey, if you want that last one, like, go around, explore, roam, see what that question mark is. Complete out that area. Because there's only so much stuff to do, so why not do it all? Oh, it's Hermes' workshop. Does this mean that there is a Hermes around here? And then I can be like, hey.
Always nice to see a friendly face.
Nope, he's not going to tell me anything. So for that, I will loot his treasure. Which is Not there. Hermes. Nope. Hermes, where are you storing your treasure? I want to rob you. See, I politely asked. Very politely. And he said nothing. That is very rude of him. I wonder if you end up getting said treasure anyway by getting the rest of the insight. Otherwise, I guess there's not really too much for me to do here. Another statue waiting to be...
I should be careful.
you don't have to be that careful. So there's that statue. And what? Are there only 2 guys? I think there are only 2 guys. And they're both kind of looking inwards. Let's see. Can I knock him out? This guy, probably not. So I'm not going to. I'll do it the easy way.
Rise! Persephone no longer controls you.
And then I'll acquire the rebel recruit Alcmene. Stab him in the butt. A critical hit to the butt does not sound like a good time. And another statue of Persephone is destroyed. Yeah, this is an interesting lead up to a viewpoint. I believe this might be the last of the viewpoints for this region, or for this entire episode of DLC. And I'm kind of disappointed that the camera angle makes those columns invisible when they're close to it, because it kind of makes the spinning part a little bit odd. Nope, I still got one more to do. And another one of her statues, although this one actually seems like it's a little bit better defended because the guards are at least looking in the right directions. So I will whistle. They'll just run off anyway. For a second it seemed like this would be a little bit more difficult because they are actually facing each other. Yeah, I can knock him out. Oh, nope, I can't. I had to try. Oh. Oh yeah, that's what this does. I forgot I acquired that ability. Definitely very useful in a pinch. Okay. Okay, so this might be the last of the viewpoints, which is strangely on the top of a ship's mast, which is part of a building? Like in the middle of a mountain. But then again, I'm in a simulation of an afterlife, so who am I to call for realism? So it seems as if this section of ruins is just kind of here to be looted. Like there actually is nothing going on here. There are no guards. There's just a few chests for some reason, and that's it. Okay, now I get why this one is why this exists. Because this is secretly a puzzle. Because I can't climb up these columns by themselves. I can't climb up there because that movable shelf is blocking the way. Like these columns are too slippery, I guess, to be climbed. Can't be set on fire. Can't be climbed for some reason. You can climb everything else, but you cannot climb that. These sandbags are unclimbable. And you can't just move around these skulls. Or jump past them. That would be madness. But you can spend a really long time climbing around on the other side, and then just working your way back. So, puzzle solved? Was this even a puzzle? I mean, suppose now that I'm on this side,
Something's in the way.
I can move that. And I can now just jump up from that side. But with any luck, I guess that shelf is now going to stay there whether I leave this game or not. Oh well. Oh. All right. The Veiled Altar of Hermes. So, I have found the last piece of insight. Well, I haven't found it yet, but I presume it is inside this building, as the game has just told me so. The trick is now finding where this last piece is. Is it going to be obvious? Or am I going to have to really, really search for it? Judging by the hole in the ground, I'm going to have to search for it. At least, oh, never mind. I'm going to have to look for it for like maybe 2 seconds. Which means now I can go back to Hermes, turn in this quest. Do you know what you learned from seeing that specific achievement? Collect all of Hermes' insights in episode 1. There's probably going to be more of that collection in episode 2. But that also might mean the ability to power up other things. So let's see. This changes the bull rush, which I actually already had completed out. Summon a bull. Okay. Alright, so now that I've done the side objectives, I might as well just continue on the main quest. But I suppose, while I'm on my way to the main quest, I might as well check out this unknown location right here, because it's on the way. I'll just steal a horse. Nobody in the real world minded horse thieves. Oh.
They'll keep a sharp watch here.
Alright. And let's see what they've got. Pretty standard array of goons. I don't think I can highlight these statue guys. Alright, so there are 3 chests, 1, 2, 3 provisions, and in the center, the Hypnos, the Torch of Hypnos, and then there's a captain way over there. None of these people will mind me just walking up to this guy and knocking him out. Okay, that didn't work. Oh. I don't want... I guess because there's no notoriety system. Like, there's no way for them to really warn each other about my presence. Alright. Which is convenient, I suppose, but it does kind of break the logic of the game. Now, I could try to liberate everybody. But that's going to be really, really slow. And probably very boring. How about this? I'll try to liberate people until I get caught. You know, I got an ability that I never particularly use, so I might as well just use it right now, at least once, because I'm probably never going to actually use it in combat. So, doing... Oh, I missed. Let us try that again. I didn't realize it kind of auto-aims for you. So... let's try that again. It's a little bit trickier. Like, the idea that you'd actually be... So... Can you... Yeah, it auto-aims and it kind of de-locks really quickly. There we go. Alright, now to finally continue the story and attack the fortress of the Three Sisters, which... Is this the whole thing? It's kind of hard to tell how far it goes. No, that's obviously not it. Aegea, the Amazon Queen. So we'll need to... She'll be protected by powerful colossi? Alright. I guess let's make our way over to her. And it looks like it would just be straight ahead. Nope. Although it does look like there are a few people on my way. And if I want, I could actually take a... that's back on the ground floor. If I want, I could... Oh, nope. Nah, I think I'll just pass them by. I head straight for the Overseer. No... you do not go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And it seems that she's worshipping... Yeah, it looks like she's worshipping the Hypnos statue. Wonder what that means. Now, can I... sneakily kill these guys, then use the arrow to knock out the Hypnos thing, and then maybe knock her out. Recruit her to our cause. Because clearly her mind is being controlled by Persephone. And that'll stun her. And does she not have the ability to fight me? The answer appears to be no? This is kind of an anticlimactic battle. So there's no way to... Yeah, it doesn't seem like there is a way to liberate these Overseer. Oh well.
An actual Amazonian queen. Rest in peace, Your Majesty.
Okay, so there's still more torches of Hypnos to destroy. I wonder if the game was expecting me to do something differently. Oh well. Okay, so there goes at least 2. There, almost. Probably should heal up before he kills me. And probably do a less excellent job dodging directly into his swinging spear. Because I seem to be doing a very good job at that. And I'll just carry you over this way. That way nobody can see the act of liberation. And the last Torch of Hypnos. Although the game still wants me to do all of the other objectives first. So I've got one more there we go. Provisions to destroy. Do I have to loot all the treasure? I hope not. Because that doesn't really affect anything. Oh well. Though there seems to be one right up above me, so I might as well grab it. And I still have one more captain to defeat. And I'm surprised this guy didn't see me. I'm okay with that. But I'm still surprised. By the way, they're probably a little bit extra cautious over there because of the Torch of Hypnos I destroyed. It seems to have a little bit of a lasting effect on their search grid. Although it looks as though Persephone's control over this area is pretty much almost entirely gone. Although that kind of makes me wonder whether or not I'm going to have to do that for all 4. There's the captain. Thank you for stepping inside. I will be with you momentarily.
The flames of Hypnos are dying.
I'll get rid of this guy. I'll get rid of that guard who's going to probably wake up once I get into a fight with this captain. Oh, he just went over there to guard the treasure chest that I have already robbed. Luckily, I already know that there's a huge... Like, he won't be able to see me enter in this direction. And he's dealt with. But, yep, as I can see, I still need to do the remaining... Alright. The remaining 2 treasure chests, because who, like Persephone, could use that money to maybe build more simulated images of warriors who don't really exist. It's a digital currency sort of thing. And where did that chest go? It went... oh, right underneath me. No. It's both above the ground and below the roof. Got it. Okay. And now I need one more chest. And then in theory I should be done with this area. Trick is, like, I noticed it's kind of interesting that these areas are so much larger than their main game counterparts. Okay, where was that, though? That was... where was that in relation to me? I have almost no idea. I kind of flew around for a little while until eventually I spotted a chest. Oh, nope. Which, there we go. There we go. Okay. So it is on the path towards that building. Oh, hold on. I mean, I didn't really need to, but hey, every little bit counts. Oh. And I also probably didn't need to do a critical assassinate. I should occasionally pay attention to the guys I can critical or not in order to defeat. And I probably could have just knocked him out anyway. And everything would have been alright. But it's hard to feel bad about it, considering the fact that I don't actually know what the end result of this whole liberation scheme is going to be. But let's see. This guy, he's tough. Or should I say he's too tough to knock out in a single punch. Himself, he's not particularly tough. Alright. And now I'm ready to move on and report this successful mission to Adonis. But you know, since I'm in the area, I believe there was a... yep. There was a statue of Persephone that I left behind. Might as well take it out while I'm here. Otherwise I'd have to walk all the way back. Or fast travel somewhere nearby. And then walk all the way back. By the way, if you ever notice me attempting to call in Phobos into a restricted area, it's likely because I forgot which direction on the D-pad I press in order to do the highlight all button. I always forget if it's up or down on the D-pad. Down on the D-pad is to whistle, or to whistle for Phobos. Up on the D-pad is Icarus, and the aforementioned highlight button. But I always forget which one is which. Is that his back? That's his back.
You've been asleep too long. Wake and be free.
Alright, and now that both of those two guys are dealt with. See, strangely enough, like these guys, these statues, they activate when you look at a thing of Hermes or attack somebody in its vicinity, but not when you attack the statue. They don't care about Persephone's statue. They just care about violence and Hermes keepsakes. And let's see what Adonis thinks of our success.
You brought me one step closer to my love. It's a good start.
Who is this love you keep mentioning?
That's what I was gonna
Most
say.
beautiful being in existence. With a face so fair to gaze upon it is to forget all others. Perhaps you've heard of her. Aphrodite.
See, I don't like either response.
I didn't take you for a poet.
She brings it out in me.
I bet you I could inspire a verse or two.
You sound like Persephone. Always trying to make me forget Aphrodite.
All right, what's next?
Not here. Come find my camp in Iapetos' ruins.
Okay.
Persephone has overseers and torches of Hypnos across Elysium. If we're going to weaken her influence, we must destroy them. And we're going to need all the help we can get.
I'm guessing, is he referring to the
Time I go meet the
recruits?
Persephone.
Ah, I can actually talk to Persephone now. Let's see what we got. Meet Hecate. Okay, let's go meet Persephone. And it looks like I was wrong. There is still one more viewpoint, which is not surprisingly on top a giant statue of Persephone. It's not enough that she has a whole bunch of small statues of her dotted throughout the land. She also needs one giant statue as well. But at least the giant statue seems more indestructible. I don't have to worry about taking it down just yet. Though that would be kind of interesting in that, and that would mean that there is a viewpoint that can be destroyed for plot purposes. But on my way to Persephone, I might as well take this place out. Because I do need to do more in regards to, it looks like I've got to completely weaken all of the districts, and I've already done a lot of that just in my travels. So might as well just... Damn it. Nope, wrong button. somehow that went okay in the end. Somehow that didn't result in more combat, which surprises me. Now, I'm not expecting this meeting to go necessarily that well. Persephone is a god. I spent most of my game claiming to be one in front of everybody who ever actually asked, and also to people who didn't ask either. So clearly we're at odds. But let's see, I'm going to try to be amicable. We'll see how successful that turns out. See, the lack of the notoriety system just kind of makes like this kind of weird, because I can just knock out dudes in the middle of, just right out in front of Persephone's palace, and nobody cares. I mean, why would they care? Most of these people are already dead. They've got nothing to worry about. Though, like, to kill any of them is a bit of a waste, because that only knocks off 3 points off of her control. Oh yeah, don't even close the door behind you.
I didn't get a good enough look at you back there. Now I see why my guards had trouble with you.
Well, they weren't exactly easy.
I'm sure they aren't what mortals like you are used to. You must be someone special.
I am pretty awesome.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
A simple Persephone will do just fine in my realm. Formalities are for the boring. Isn't that what they say?
So,
I don't think I've heard anybody say that, so...
After the rude introduction I gave you, I can't blame you for not knowing. Let me apologize. Ross can attest. Usually he's the one that does the biting. He would want you to forgive me too. Tell me your name. Let's begin again. On the right foot this time.
No hard feelings. My name's Cassandra.
Then I give you my official welcome, Cassandra. Let me tell you what's customary around here. This place is mine.
Giving high fives to her and petting the dog.
I alone let them in. But there's something here I don't want.
Is it the hole to the...
You mean me?
The hole to Hades?
There's a beast loose in Elysium and it belongs to Hades. If it gets to him that his wife stole one of his immortal mounts, it'll be a disaster. But I didn't steal it. I won't go near the things. They brought me down here in the first place. No, someone wants me to look bad, and I need that horse gone.
The Hades? I'll take it you aren't a happy couple.
He's tried, of course, to bond with me. But what can he expect out of a prisoner? Love? That's just stuff of legend.
Who would frame her?
Do this to you?
So I guess she has her own enemies as well.
Thing got in here on its own. I have to remember Elysium is my paradise, not everyone else's.
I'll see if I can find the horse for you. What does it look like?
You'll know it when you see it, trust me. Not only is the beast immortal, but he is terrifying.
Horses don't
And he
scare
also
me.
looks like a
Has
horse.
anyone seen him lately?
I heard screams coming from the Asphodel Arboretum.
I passed that by.
Bring it to my stable boy, the jockey of Artemision. He'll know how to send it galloping back to the nightmare it came from.
I'll see what I can do. I guess that went actually pretty well. Now that I think about it, I wonder exactly what the direction is going to be for the rest of this episode. Like, are there actual choices, or am I going to eventually, or am I going to reach a similar, like an eventuality? Am I going to be given a choice to side with the gods or to side with the humans? Or is Persephone going to, am I going to curse her sudden but inevitable betrayal and continue along with the storyline? Because it kind of makes me wonder if, like, if I acquire the horse and I bring the horse back to Persephone, will I be blamed for stealing the horse? As, like, an attempt by Persephone to ruin my reputation and become an enemy of Hades. Which would probably then lead into episode 2, The Torment of Hades. Seems logical enough. And then the lead off into episode 2 is getting knocked into that pit back there. And I've said this several times now. Now that's all of the viewpoints. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.